있다고 찾아냈어.
알려주세요.
아직까지 남의 안은 열려 있다니까. 우리 그냥 이것들 갈고 부산으로 갑시다 바로.
시티 몇 호칸?
코로나 끝나면 들어간다. 당신들 봐. 지금 무슨 일이 벌어지고 있는지 몰라? 우리 열차는 더 이상 부산으로 운행할 수가 없게 됐습니다.
All right, good evening, everybody. Thank you for tuning in with us for another What Up? For those of you dying of thirst, I'm Josh,
I'm William.
I'm Roger.
and this time I thought we'd do something. You know, since we did CJ7, which is a kids movie, yeah,
Woo!
right. I decided we should watch a nice romantic comedy about a workaholic father and how he reconnected with his estranged daughter on the long train ride to his ex-wife. Oh, I'm just shitting you. We watched Train to Busan.
Which is also
I
true.
said, why you got a lie to them, man?
Well, it's not really a lie. That's
Not-
kind of the
that's
story.
true.
I mean,
It is the story.
According to you,
well, I mean,
It's part of the
It
story.
is part of the story.
I know.
It's what drives the plot.
Add in Big Guy and the Baseball Furies, and you got like a movie.
But this is one thing is you don't see a lot of Korean zombie movies, or at least I haven't.
Nope.
I think this is the only one I've seen.
I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
that our mutual friend Edward could probably give us about a half a dozen or more Korean zombie movies. But this
Yeah.
has been the most popular one.
I
And
think
great.
it's giving me 3.
Yeah.
I can't remember the other names though.
But,
this was one of the 3.
And
This
one
is,
of
this is the original Train to Busan, because by the time this video comes out, there's going to be a remake of Train to Busan, apparently by the big Hollywood studios.
And
So we are watching the original Korean.
I'm hoping that it's not like an American remake because the whole point is having a train isn't. I mean, yes, people travel by trains in America, but it's not as prevalent as it is in Asian
In
countries.
like Michigan, maybe. But
Last train to Flint, Michigan.
I've heard the water's delicious. I've heard the water's delicious.
Got relatives there. Don't joke about that.
But Train to Busan. I mean, it's zombies on a train.
Yeah, Zambies.
I mean, one of the things I love about this is that to me it's a lot of different movies. I mean, it's a zombie movie.
Yeah.
It's a survival horror movie, and actually at parts it's a really well done disaster movie.
Yep.
It's also one of the smartest zombie movies I've seen
Mm-hmm.
Oh
in
yeah,
a very long
definitely.
time. Just like some of the strategy that the
I
guys
like the
use to
character
get past
development
the,
and stuff like that.
Oh
too.
yeah, because Roger, like you're saying, I like the fact that there are lots of little sub stories in this movie
Mhm.
with the baseball team that's on the train.
Yep.
And then there's that little moment with the
the 2 old ladies,
Well,
their
yeah.
sisters.
mhm.
Yep.
And then like the baseball team where there's the guy. I mean, and the thing is because
It's made of little moments.
they
like,
don't use
like a Hallmark card.
when they say the characters' names, they don't say them often. So we kind of made up surnames for a lot of these characters. There's Baseball Johnny, whom is,
He plays baseball.
and there's apparently a cheerleader on the baseball team that likes Johnny, and of course she's like, "Well, don't freak out, I like you," and they're like, "Accept her, accept her." And then there's like with the 2 old ladies that are sisters, and you get the impression that they lived in North Korea at one point because one of the sisters makes the comment, I'm like, well, people talked like that in the old days. They just re-educate.
Yeah.
Then there of course is my favorite character in the movie. They say his name's Sang. They say it once, but I refer to him as Big Man
Big Man.
because he's built like a pro wrestler.
Mhm.
Big Man and his baby's mama.
Yep.
Pro wrestler.
He's either a pro wrestler or a
Some kind of
cop
fighter.
or military or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
But I mean, he is.
He's big.
And also another
So-
interesting thing about the actor that plays Big Man is that he was actually born in America.
Oh, nice.
He's actually an American citizen of like Korean American, and Big Man. That was Big Man. And he actually he came back to South Korea and actually as a fairly successful actor in the Korean action industry.
Oh, nice.
Definitely built for it.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. But
You have lots of popper and lockers in here. You get some like break dancers to be the zombies, so they can actually just stand up from like just laying down, which is really fun to watch when you just see them like pop right up.
I mean, I speaking of it, I give him credit. The effects for the zombies were really good.
Oh yeah.
And then
Zombie deer.
the beginning of the zombie deer, which like Bambi 2, Bambi's mom back from the dead,
The Reckoning.
and she's collecting scalps.
Bambi 2, The Reckoning.
Because that moment, like, oh, he hit a deer. Oh, that deer's getting up. Oh, that deer's got milky eyes. Its neck's hanging at extreme. Oh, that's not good.
He's like, oh, that can't be good.
And what I mean, the movie is, the beginning is kind of slow, but to be fair, this is the only time this movie is slow.
Yep.
It escalates quickly.
There's like maybe 3 slow parts that add after that add up to the slow part at the beginning of the movie.
Mhm.
Other than that, it's just business picks up real fast.
This is our makeshift Foo Lion, Max.
Yeah, this is Max. This is the official food line of the Raj Mahal, which is our secondary studio for
Woot! Studio
Chop-Socky.
B.
Studio B.
Electric Boogaloo.
Electric Boogaloo, yes. But and as far like the main character, his last name's Suh, and he is referred to as Mr. Suh by his
Mr.
assistant
Suh.
Kim, and I just picture Foghorn like Mr. Suh. I say Mr. Suh.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And the thing is, the only thing is that they're real vague about it, but they've like his company has something to do with like chemical agriculture or something like that. I mean,
He's a hedge fund manager, or he's a fund manager.
but one of their accounts
Yeah.
is, and then they have the thing where he was watching on the computer, and there's signs of like mysterious fish death on the coast, and he's like, sell our concerns, sell our fish funds,
Pyongyang.
sell them all,
He
sell
takes
them
it as a
all.
bad omen, which he probably
It wasn't
should.
Pyongyang, it was Jin Yang.
Jin Yang, sell all of our Jin Yang fish stock.
Yeah,
And-
Pyongyang's in China.
And then one of the great there's a moment where he's
Pyongyang is capital of North Korea. Dude.
Oh, it is?
the more you know.
Education
I didn't know
and
that.
education.
I didn't know that. So yeah, yay.
Been all over the news lately.
But and then also there's a conversation later that he has with Kim where basically Kim drops a little nugget that quite possibly they might work for the Korean branch of the Umbrella Corporation. Like, did we do this? Is this my fault?
It's like, no, it's not your fault. And then he slowly turns to in the bathroom mirror and starts crying.
Because he's like, no, it's my fault.
You okay at the train?
But as far as like, I mean, the performances in it, the little girl playing Suwon is awesome.
Oh, yeah.
Just even she does a good job.
Nothing
like,
but needles from her.
oh
Nothing
no,
needles.
everything she says to Mr. Suh is just little sharp,
Little jab.
icy daggers
Boing.
into his heart.
Boing.
Where it's like, I couldn't finish the song at my recital because you weren't there. Or it's like, no, I don't need you to go to the train because you don't want to take the train to see Mom. It's
Thanks for the Wii. I'll put it next to my Wii.
like, she's like, thanks for the Wii. I think if you would listen to me, you would realize that I wanted a DS.
You know I want an Xbox. Fool.
That's one thing is ironically weird that the only form really other than Korail, which is like a Korean railroad, Nintendo product placement.
Yeah.
Which interesting fact.
And a little bit of Burger King.
Very little bit.
A little bit.
You kind of can't tell that it's them because they actually don't actually flash the logo. But you can tell by the box.
You can tell by the
and the
logo
cup.
and the font on the cup.
We can tell by the font and the coat, then
Yeah.
the box that he's eating the burger out of.
Yep.
That I mean, like really good actions, like really good, just like pulse pounding, like action sequences where.
Yeah. A little bit of Dead Rising, where they actually do makeshift weapons and
Oh.
makeshift body armor.
Oh yeah. Which especially
Use the nugget.
where
the great.
Big Man basically wraps his forearms and elbows in electrician's tape and just starts going to town.
If you don't know what that is, read duct tape. It's thick.
And then of course, I mean, actually not surprising, a high school baseball team is actually pretty well prepared for a zombie outbreak.
Baseballs, bats.
Mainly the bats.
Yeah.
And I mean, they do one thing I like about it, they do a really good job, basically putting you in the place of the passengers, where you only get like sporadic things on the news about what's going on, and then where they'll look out the window, like like there's one part beginning where like Suwon, the little girl, she puts her hand out and she thinks it's snowing, and then she realizes it's ashes, and then the dad looks out the window and the top floor of a skyscraper is on fire.
Yeah. And everybody's watching the news and there's riots and stuff on the news, and then the old lady's like, people will riot over anything nowadays. And they're like, just fluff it off, and they're like, no, you should pay attention to this stuff.
But and one thing is again, this a concept that keeps coming up in this movie is when you're in an apocalypse like this, do you actually should you help people that won't necessarily help keep you alive? Where I mean, basically you see periodically in
Moral
the movie
choice.
where very much certain characters make there are characters that actually make that decision to do the right thing and help everybody. Then there are characters who compromise themselves and do not make the right decision because they're
willingly fuck everybody else over just so they can live.
Cut off the fat.
Really, other than just the undead horde, which are the main villains. The main villain of this movie is one guy in particular. He's a big wig from Busan, and he's constantly trying to like assert his place on the train. Max, don't do it, Max.
Don't you touch that camera, Fu Lion. Don't you do it.
He's like, what? Okay.
If you see shaky cam at this point, our makeshift Fu Lion is messing with the camera.
Yeah, Max is.
Don't touch it.
Yeah. For a brief moment, Max was trying to be the photographer. Oh, okay. I think we're okay.
Yeah.
But see, so far we've just been gushing about the good stuff. Anything that you didn't like about this movie?
No,
I didn't
really.
like the one human bad guy, but not because he did a bad job, because he did too well. He did too good a job.
Yeah.
He's a very despicable character.
Very unlikable, dude.
good at being a bastard.
And even at the end, and I mean, there's an ironic thing is like at the end he makes the comment, like even though he screwed over so many people, he's like, "Mister, help me, help me. My mom's in Busan. I gotta find my mom." When just
Just
not only does he screw everyone else. I mean, he unwittingly leads like packs of zombies to other survivors. Yeah, to other survivors, and they just have kind of like the World War Z like cascading zombie tidal waves.
Oh yeah, waterfalls of zombies.
And there is a real big money flaming train wreck at the end of the movie. It's impressive.
How about you, William? Anything you didn't like?
Not really. I really enjoyed this.
I would have liked more backstory on the characters, but I think it would have slowed down the pacing. So they actually introduced the characters through like little interactions with people, so you got to see what the character was like in general. So I like the way they did that, as opposed to just having like a little infographic about somebody or whatever.
Well, no, I mean, I like that it was organic. And then there's stuff like very early, you saw the coach of the baseball team. He was actually one of the first guys to go down.
Yep.
And then I like that even characters that didn't have a lot of screen time or lines, little bit of time they had in there, they did like the conductor.
Yeah.
Which I mean,
really good Korean character actor.
Oh yeah, but the conductor, I mean, we're pretty much. I mean, you don't see him for like 80% of the movie because he's driving the train.
Yep. But every time you see him, he's very worried. So pick out the word.
Well, and he does, to his credit. I mean, at this point, there's a point where he should suspect that almost everyone on his train is dead, but he still makes an announcement saying we will either wait for a rescue party or we will transfer to another train.
Leftmost train on the rail.
Yep.
But and let's see. But no, I mean, really, final thoughts on this movie, Will?
I just really enjoyed this. For being the first time I ever saw this, this was really good. This has been sitting in my Netflix queue for a while, and I just hadn't been in the mood to watch a zombie movie up until like recently.
But it's so much more than a zombie movie, though.
I just felt like, because this was kind of my suggestion to watch it, because I didn't know, because I know Josh, you had already.
Well, me and Roger had already seen it.
Okay,
yeah.
Well, I had never
we already
seen it.
and loved it.
Yeah, we loved, and we saw it.
Adventures
We
of
saw
Mr.
it via. Nope, we're gonna take the official Denzicaster stance on this, folks. We just basically like except for like Netflix and stuff, we can't tell you how we got it.
Watch it on Netflix, kids.
Watch it on
It
Netflix.
is on Netflix.
It is on Netflix.
But there is no English dub, so.
There's those subtitles, so if you like subtitles, go for it. And it's not made by Disney, so it won't be going out from Netflix anytime soon.
It actually got bought by Welgo, which was smart.
Nice.
Welgo is pretty much one of the juggernauts of Asian cinema in America.
Yeah.
But really, final thought for me is, and I get it, there's a lot of people that I've told about this, and they kind of go, oh god, I'm so tired of zombie stuff.
Yeah.
Kind of gotten like burnt out on the Walking Dead. But like I said, it's worth checking out just because it, like I said, it is a really smart treatment of the zombie movie, and there's a lot of out of the box thinking for the survivors that I haven't seen in another zombie TV show or movie.
Yeah, a lot of these people are very smart that you get that you follow through the movie, not the normal horror movie fodder that just run and trip and die. They're smart thinking individuals, which is kind of nice. It's nice to watch breath of fresh air in some of these movies.
So ratings, what do we give this? Will?
I'll give this 4.5.
Nope, I'm gonna give it 5 full paper cranes. Like I said, it's effective as a disaster movie, as a zombie movie, and a survival horror movie, and there's nice little bits of human drama in there too.
And a slice of life movie.
Like I said, just to me, it pretty much satisfied almost every level that I have as a movie fan for especially in a genre movie.
No nudity, 1 star. No, I'm just kidding. No, yeah, I'd say 5 paper cranes too. The thing was awesome.
Like I said, you can check this out on Netflix. Oh, and speaking of Netflix, next month, the next block we're going to use is either going to be one of 2 different Korean series that have been released by Netflix, either Man to Man or Bad Guys.
Bad Guys looks really good.
I mean, they both look really good. So, guys,
Right.
I mean, if you guys, like I said, we'll make a decision on that sometime in the next week. However, if there's either one that you would rather us watch and review, so you can,
Or any movie you want us to watch.
yeah, basically, if we can just jump on the grenade for you and save you the trouble of watching something you shouldn't watch.
If you want us to watch like one of those feel-good movies, like A Tale of Two Sisters or something like that, just shout out and just let us know.
Anyways, please, like I said, now for the obligatory YouTube crap. Please subscribe, tell your friends. Anyways, thanks for tuning in. I'm Josh.
I'm William.
Roger.
And we will catch you at the Chop-Socky house.